On tribunal matters again, INEC uploaded pictures of book instead of results. Witness tells court. This INEC, this case don't red for their neck, and obviously they won't get out of it. So, just like at the beginning of this case, at the conclusion of the election, around that February 26, 27, it was also discovered that INEC uploaded pictures of goats and other animals onto the IReV portal instead of EC8A forms, which supposed to show the election result from each of the polling units and each of the wards. So now it has been further discovered that when they were investigating and they doing a random sampling and checking of the IReV portal data, checking at the metadata actually, which had the discrete information about the result, it was discovered that INEC uploaded picture of a book instead of the EC8A form. INEC. This Mahmoud Yakubu and his INEC, we've had the worst of his kind of INEC activities this time around. A cybersecurity expert, Dr. Chukwubuike Ugwoke, on Thursday alleged that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, uploaded a picture of a book on its results viewing portal, IReV, instead of results of the presidential election that held on February 25. Information Nigeria reports that Ugwoke appeared before the Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja as the 8th witness in a case filed by Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate, aiming to overturn President Bola Tinubu's election. It was gathered that Ugwoke began his testimony on Wednesday. His cross-examination was postponed to Thursday, giving respondent time to review his statement. Along with INEC President Tinubu, Vice President Kashim Shettima, and All Progressive Congress were among the respondents in the case. Answering questions under cross-examination, Dr. Ugwoke said he conducted analysis on INEC's ICT infrastructure, which he termed as metadata. He told the court that the metadata described the actual information in the system, and the witness said he used 12 polling units in 3 states, Bauchi, Anambra, and Rivers State, as focal point of his analysis, adding that he equally made reference to Benue State in his report that was tendered before the court. He told the court that the petitioners approached him on March 10 to analyze what INEC uploaded to his IReV portal after the presidential election. Though I initially sent a preliminary report, which was more like an overview, around March 1, I later wrote an elaborate report in the middle of May. So he stated, okay. The witness, however, admitted that he read Obi's petition as well as replies by the respondent before he wrote his final report that was tendered in evidence. I read the replies sometime in the middle of my work. That was before the final report was made. He told the court that his analysis revealed that INEC officials made incorrect inputs into the IReV portal using the bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS) machines, as if he knew the identities of those that made the incorrect input. The witness said, "I don't know, okay, who made the uploads, but it was on the BVS and the number is there." He said, though he did not, in the course of his assignment, interrogate any INEC official, but I interrogated the INEC manual. Asked if he contacted the Labour Party to give him what should have been the actual result from the polling unit, the witness said, "No, my lord, I did not." So in one of the instances, the picture of a book was uploaded instead of election results. Can you imagine? I interrogated the Amazon Web Services, AWS, that was how I got to know, because the information was there in the server, he insisted. He told the court that out of 176,846 polling units in the country, he chose only 12 of them based on my proof of consent. On claim by INEC that technical glitches hamper the electronic transmission of results, the witness told the court that such errors in technology could be detected at the time of testing of an application before it is deployed. Yes, he said errors arise at the time of testing, but after deployment, the probability for an error to arise may be very negligible. However, it is not impossible for error to arise after deployment. I used 3 states to show that it is possible to display the metadata in the IReV portal. I proved that there were errors and I did not have to examine the forms EC8A physically to reach my conclusion. Asked if he could tell that results from the polling units in the states he analyzed were properly collated, the witness said, "That was not for me to prove. I only presented the facts." So the Justice Samani panel adjourned further hearing on the matter till Friday, which has happened yesterday, to enable the respondents to cross-examine the witness. Can you imagine? So the fact here remains that the discrete data that is coming out of the investigation is also showing that INEC did not do a neat job. First of all, because of the way they wanted to bypass the BVS and the IReV portal, they caused that glitch that they are denying. Okay, that is what I can see from there. Even though the case is in court and they're proving it, the fact remains that those INEC people, including the INEC chairman, were unscrupulous. They knew what they were doing. They already predetermined that they have to give Tinubu the election, and all that they did, all that they did. Yes, system could have glitch, but the question is, why couldn't INEC understand the kind of glitch that occurred? They had ICT staff manning the server, manning every corner of the electronic system and the network of the system. So why couldn't they discover, or even if at least record the error message that must have shown on the screen, or at least put a report of the kind of glitch? Did the system shut down? They turned it off by themselves. So the question is, what led to them turning it off? Did the system freeze? Was there any cyber attack? Was there any error message? Normally, there's what they call order of volatility. So if error message occur, before you shut down, take picture of the screen to have information about the kind of error before it disappears. Because if you waste time, it will disappear, being a very soft, volatile error message. Okay, so that's what we call error, order of volatility. You start taking your evidences from the most volatile to the least volatile. Okay, so why, with all the INEC, ICT staff they have in place, why didn't they take picture of all of those things and tell Nigerians the kind of glitch they had? Up till now, they don't have proof. See, that means they knew what they were doing, or they had incompetent people. But the most likely thing that happened is that they knew what they were doing. So now, for them to get to a point where they uploaded the picture of a book instead of picture of the EC8A form. So what could have led to that? They knew what they were doing. That is the truth. All of them, from the ground staff to the resident commissioners to the national chairman, they know what they were doing. That is the truth. So the case is still ongoing, and I'm sure this ICT expert, a cyber security expert, will still come back with more information to let them know that, the things that have happened couldn't have just happened ordinarily. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.